Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you the 5 things that I love the most about Lost Ark. I've already made a video of 5 things I hate the most, so I'm going to link that one in the description below. Today we're going to talk about the 5 things I love the most, and this is basically my favorite video to make because I love talking about things that I love and things that are positive and amazing in computer games, MMORPGs to be precise. If you don't know who I am, my nickname is Saivo. I'm coming after a lifetime of playing Aeon. I've discovered Lost Ark last year and I've been playing it ever since on the Korean servers. Lost Ark is not yet released for us in the West, North America and Europe. However, it is announced for Russia. They have founders packs in Russia, so you can try it out there if you don't want to try it in Korea. You can also try it in Korea. How to play Lost Ark is in the description below, and I'm also going to teach you in one of my next episodes, next videos, how to play Lost Ark in Russia in that sense. So subscribe to my channel if you think you're gonna like Lost Ark. Subscribe to my channel if you are looking forward to this game, or if you have any friends that are looking forward, tell them that there's a guy out there that loves the game and has a ton of videos in the last 7 months about Lost Ark. Let's get going, guys, with the 5 things that I love the most in this game. It was a very hard choice to pick 5 because I love so many things that these people do, and yeah, I just had to pick the 5 I absolutely adore in that case. So let's start with number 5, which is the thing I love the least out of the things I absolutely love. There's at least 30 of them, but anyway, number five, guys, is the level of polish that has been put in this game. I really appreciate that. It's just like going inside a luxury mansion when you're playing this game. Everything feels amazing, from the walking to the dodging to your character to your skins. I don't have good skins on me right now, but there's people probably here that do. I mean, look at this guy, this fucking badass. Come on guys, just give me a break. Look at this destroyer. It's just absolutely amazing. The detail of the armor and everything is just absolutely beautiful. Look, this guy is also kind of skinned. This Lance Master right here. This is absolutely beautiful, and the way they move when you do your skills and when you walk and when you're in combat and when you're knocked down and stuff, it's absolutely gorgeous, and it is super polished in terms of the game. It's super polished in terms of the combat, super polished in terms of the content, the gearing up process, and so on and so forth. So this is my number 5. The level of quality in this game is exceptional. At number 4, I was talking about gearing up just now. This is what I love. Number 4, I love the gearing up process. I love the fact that there's gear. I love the fact that there's meaningful gear. I don't really like MMORPGs that are 100% fair. I don't really like MMORPGs that are 100% unfair, like mega pay to win, like gear in the cash shop, like, you know, all of the mats that you need for gear in the cash shop. I don't like either of these extremes. I like Lost Ark. I like the middle ground where gear matters where it should matter, and that is in PvE. In PvP, gear shouldn't matter at all, or it should matter very little. In Lost Ark, gear matters in PvP as well, but very little. The gearing up process, the fact that there is gear, and the way gear interacts, it matters a lot in PvE. It matters little, but it still matters. You feel it in PvP. So it's absolutely perfect for me. It just gives the PvP players also a reason, a realistic reason to do some PvE content in order, or some water content, in order to get themselves some gear and make it better. And it also gives the PvE players that are maybe not so good at PvP because they don't practice as much, but they have 50 item levels above you. It gives them also that little 0.1% over you in terms of gear, which you compensate easily with 0.1% skill or 0.2% skill in that sense. So it's just perfectly nicely done. This is what I love at number 4. At number 3, guys, I will put the PvE content. And I know this sounds weird. Why isn't this amazing raiding system, why isn't it at number 1? Or why isn't it at number 2? Because the way you do endgame PvE in Lost Ark is raiding. Raiding is 4-man, and it's like a Monster Hunter. If you know the game Monster Hunter, you can search it up. It's exactly the same in Lost Ark, where you go inside an instant map with your party and you find the boss, and then you kill the boss, and the boss moves from that place of the map to the other, and then you chase it, you follow it. There's mechanics, there's telegraphs. This is something that I absolutely love in terms of, I don't even know. See, I'm already at number 3, and I don't know where to put the combat. Shall I put the combat also at number 3 because it ties into the whole how the raiding and how the PvP and the PvE plays? Shall I do that? Because the combat is absolutely amazing. It's like an action combat, but it's not tab targeting, but you do have to look around with your mouse, so you have your mouse here with you. It's not like in Terra where your mouse is hidden and you turn with it. So it's amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. The way it feels, the way your skills feel, the way your stats that you have interact with your ability to cast your skills in this way or in that way, the way the builds work. Why am I still at number 3, boys? I told you, this is so hard to make a top 5 things that I love because I love so many more other things as well. The way the skills work and interact with the combat and with your movement, and it's absolutely amazing. So raiding and combat and skills, I'm gonna put it at number 3. Why? Because the first 2 spots are taken. Number 2 is the PvP. I love it. Some people say that the PvP here is you're too much on your butt, knocked down. There's too many stuns. There's not enough stun removers. You're always CC'd. You cannot really do stuff. However, the PvP in Lost Ark is something that you need to go through. It's a process to understand it. It's not extremely straightforward to go in the arenas and own and be always free to cast your skills, and whichever class has the most OP skills wins. It's not like that in Lost Ark. It's whichever guy has the most knowledge of his class and his opponent wins. It's not about gear that much. It is a little bit about gear, but not that much, and it's not about your OP class or OP skills on your class to just constantly cast a cancerous spam of skills. It's not like that in Lost Ark. It's a process that you need to go through and learn. I love how the PvP system works. I love how you need to learn what your class can do. I love how you need to learn when. This is very important. Most MMORPGs these days, they don't care. They don't let you care about when to do specific things, when to cast that skill, at which point should you do that. But Lost Ark does. It is a very nice system, a system that if you learn it, you're gonna enjoy it thoroughly. And if you learn it, you're actually gonna feel and you're gonna see with your own eyes that guy is new. Because you're gonna see that he just either spams buttons or he's just always on his ass, being knocked down because he doesn't know how to react after a knockdown. I'm not gonna get into how combat works because I'm gonna have a video separately on how combat works, probably in a couple of weeks from now. But anyway, this is at number 2, the PvP system. At number 1, damn, again, I'm gonna put 2 things again at number 1. I put 3 things at number 3. What a top 5 video, guys. So I put 3 things at number 3. I'm gonna put 2 things at number 1. First thing that I wanna put at number 1 is the potential that this MMORPG has to grow, to be a sustainable, interesting game for very many years. Some MMORPGs that come out there and I play because I test them, I just don't make videos about them because that's not me, that's not my YouTube channel, who I am, but I play them and I see that it is so limited in terms of you play 6 months, you're already bored, and there is no potential for that MMORPG to grow, to offer you something else that's interesting, because it has already offered you everything it has in the first 6 months and you're done with it and there's no growth way left for them. Lost Ark is not like that, and that's the thing I love the most about this game, on the side of another one which I want to talk about. The potential to grow, the potential to add a million more maps, the potential to add a million more boats, the potential to add a million more arenas to PvP, the potential to add tournaments in PvP, the potential to add a million more raids, the potential to add a million more classes like they're doing, the potential. God, there is so much content that is in this game already, and it's just 6 months after launch, that you wouldn't believe when it's gonna come out for us in the West how much there is in there to go through. How many achievements, how many water content, boats, raiding, PvP, dungeons, gearing up process, getting rich, and so on and so forth. There's a lot, guys, and this is a thing that I really appreciate these devs for doing, leaving room for growth, making the game in such a way in which it's gonna be an interesting movie series to watch for a long time. Unlike, I don't know, The Walking Dead, which is always the same shit for 7 seasons. This is not like that. This is always gonna have something interesting for the remaining seasons, years. God bless this game if it doesn't become pay to win when it comes for us in the West. The second thing I love the most is the water content, and I had to put this one also at number 1 on top of the potential, because the water content is, I don't know, I'm kind of ashamed to say it, but the water content is like by far the thing that I get the most pleasure out of. And by that I mean boats and sailors and basically just doing stuff on the water. Stuff on the water in Lost Ark is a completely new game, and I'm gonna talk about water stuff in my next 2 Discovering Lost Ark videos, which you should definitely watch, because super interesting what you can do on water. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I just got addicted to it. When I started the game, I started with that mentality like a horse. I came here, no, I'm just gonna do PvP, that's all. I need gear, okay, I do a bit of PvP for PvE for gear, and then I continue doing PvP. No, but that's not the thing. That's not the thing. I want to do water content because it is beautiful, it is amazing, it is very rewarding, and it is very pleasurable. I don't even know how to tell you. It's just a great experience. Maybe it's just me that I never played an MMORPG with water or swimming or boats or anything. Maybe it's just me. I'm just attracted to it, but it's just awesome to be on water and to do the water content that this game allows you to do. Of course, PvP and PvE are core parts of Lost Ark. However, the water content and everything around it is a totally different game inside the game. It's like an Inception thing in Lost Ark. And these were my top 5, guys. They weren't really top 5, they were more like a top 8. But it is what it is. I just love this game the way it is at the moment. The only worry I have about it is that it can, like that, become mega pay to win. From no pay to win as it is now to mega pay to win in a snip of a finger. And that is something that can happen before we get it, a month after we get it, 2 years after we get it. And I just cannot trust, I am unable physically to trust these Western publishers and even the Korean developers and publishers that they are gonna keep an MMORPG in 2009 as clean as it is right now at the moment of this video. So that's my only worry about Lost Ark, that someone with some stupid ass decision can ruin the experience for everyone that loves the game, including myself. After dedicating a lot of time to it, it can be at any moment ruined. Then again, it can happen with every other MMORPG, but this is a new one, and you never know what happens to new MMORPGs 6 months into launch, 3 years, 10 years into launch. You never know. Most of them become pay to win. There are some that are older, like Guild Wars 2 or World of Warcraft or, you know, Final Fantasy, that have stayed non-pay to win throughout. But will new ones stay non-pay to win throughout? At the moment, it is fantastic, with a fantastic cash shop and all of the things I mentioned. It is a gorgeous, beautiful game that is definitely worth playing. For how long? I don't know. I just have my fingers crossed. I have no trust, but I have lots of hope. And with that, guys, I wish you lots of love until my next video. I thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video.